Hi, I'm Josh.
I'm Elizabeth.
And welcome to Film Snobs. So we just finished Suicide Squad, the latest DC comic film, and it's about a lot of DC comic villains in a cage and being brought out of the cage to do some good for the world. What are your first thoughts?
It's underrated, like, tremendously. The fact that people have the audacity to compare it to Fantastic Four, it kind of sucks, because it was actually genuinely pretty good. The characters were really strong. It had awkward cutoffs, awkward cuts for iconic songs, and I felt like it was trying too hard to be like Guardians of the Galaxy, in the sense that they use iconic songs to set the mood and use vigilantes. It felt like it was trying too hard, and it should have just been what it was, which is Suicide Squad.
It is a lot better, though, than what Zack Snyder has been doing with the past two movies in the DC universe. As in, it's like keeping it more peppy, and they're not so uptight and making it really dark. And I think it's a really good step up, and if they keep this formula, like, it is a little over the top, but if they use this formula, and perfect it, they could do some really good stuff with Justice League and Wonder Woman and all the stuff that's coming out.
And it definitely wasn't as cheesy as Lex Luthor, or the lines weren't as bad as "Do you bleed? You will." There was some awkward moments with dialogue, but it wasn't as bad as Batman v Superman. And I do think it's one of the best DC comic movies they've had in a while. And I do think Jared Leto's Joker is really accurate to the comics. But people complain about him not being there enough. And I personally felt like it was good. And I do think he had influence on the film. And I think he had character development for Harley. And I do think it was enough. And the fact that I think it was just a taste of him, but you're gonna get full entree with him in a next movie or something, whatever they're gonna do next. And I felt like it was enough.
I do have some problems, though. It was dark all the time, too dark, and would it kill them for just some sort of light anywhere in the movie? It's just the same problem I had with Batman v Superman. That's not what the real world looks like. I like some color in the real world. And, there are colorful parts of the movie because it's, Harley Quinn and, Suicide Squad. It's a little, quirky color.
Neon lights.
Sometimes. And that's very abstract. It's just like there's nothing real in the movie. It seems like it's all CGI. So, that was my problem with it.
I was really scared of what they were going to do with character development, because if you take this many, like a huge amount of characters with no background story, how are you going to fit that into like a 2-hour movie? And the way they did it was really genius. I'm not going to expose it, but the way they did it, I would have never thought of that. It made it doable, and it made it cool, and it made it into the point where you don't have to have, movies beforehand to rack in billions of dollars. It was just perfect the way it was, and I thought it was genius. It made it personal, and you could somehow relate to it in a way, because these are people with their own stories, and there's a lot of metaphors used, mostly towards the end of the film, and I thought it was cool. I liked it a lot.
Cliches aside, I did think it's a solid movie, and I will definitely give it a 75 out of 100.
Yeah. It does not deserve a 37 or whatever it is on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's getting a lot of crap, and it doesn't deserve it. Thanks for watching Film Snobs, and we'll see you guys later. Bye.